Before you enter any daily fantasy football 50-50, head-to-head, or cash game contest for Week 4 of the NFL season on DraftKings or FanDuel, you need to hear what professional DFS player Mike McLauer has to say. McLauer has more than $1 million in career DFS winnings and is off to a hot start to the season. He rostered several winning value picks last week in his cash game lineup like Philadelphia tight end Zach Ertz. McLauer identified Ertz as a steal at $5,000 on DraftKings, noting that he was one of the most targeted players in the league, but wasn't priced that way. The result: Ertz caught 8 passes on 10 targets, and scored his first touchdown of the season. McLauer was also all over Christian McCaffrey's breakout week. For just $6,100 on DraftKings, McCaffrey had 9 catches for 101 yards. McLauer has exhaustively studied matchups, injuries, and depth charts for Week 4, and has again locked in his optimal DFS lineup for cash games, and has sharing it over at Sportsline. One player he absolutely loves for cash games that you're probably not thinking about: Jaguars receiver Mark Isley, $4,500 on DraftKings, $6,200 on FanDuel. Lee has become a top target ever since Allen Robinson went down in Week 1. He has 11 catches for 141 yards on 19 total targets in a 2-week span. He gets an enticing matchup against the Jets this week, so you can roster a receiver expected to get 10 targets at an extremely affordable price. Lee is an absolute steal at $4,500, leaving you plenty of salary cap room to roster a big name like Antonio Brown. The Steelers' WR is $9,300 on DraftKings, but he's the second most targeted player in the league, and he went wild last week against the Bears with a 101,101 stat line on 14 targets. McLauer sees a juicy matchup against a Ravens defense that gave up 4 passing touchdowns last week against the Jaguars, so Brown is worth the high price tag. McLauer has also identified a running back who is set for another monster week, because he will continue to be the focal point of his team's passing attack. This might be your last chance to get him at an affordable price. If you roster him, you can expect double-digit targets and a role in the run game as well, all at a very affordable price that will put you well on your way to a profitable Week 4 in your DFS cash games. So who is DFS pro Mike McLauer putting in his optimal daily fantasy football cash game lineup this week? Visit Sportsline now to see the full NFL Week 4 cash game optimal lineup from a professional DFS player who nailed Christian McCaffrey's breakout performance in Week 3 and has over $1 million in career winnings, and find out